Hi friends. You may remember me from previous live streams as Eric, host Eric, baby pig poop face, or anyone, Westo Enrico, for example. You might know me as that. Ah, good. My nose is running. My favorite.
No.
It's because I'm yawning, though. My nose is running because I'm yawning. That's not so bad. That's a much more manageable nose running. It doesn't go on forever, you know. It just happens when I yawn. Anyhow. My darling Rachel and I have been driving around and having, I think, rather fascinating conversations.
I do too.
You know, a little one-sided as usual, as I tend to talk a lot, you know. But very interesting topics we were talking about this morning. Talking about cognitive function stuff a lot. Talking about INFPs and INFJs and ENTPs. How we kind of keep doing the same thing to each other. How, like, I'll tell her to love herself more and value herself more, and she won't listen to me. And then she'll tell me to love myself more and value myself more, and I won't listen to her. Because, of course, you know, that's the trade-off. If you want to be right and externally in the world, you have to give up something in exchange. What you have to give up is any understanding of your own value independent of your utility to other people. Noir. Well, one of the things that's going on is that I kind of figured out finally that like being a nice guy and generally a team player is completely compatible with being the most selfish person in the world. In other words, that's the marrying point of FE and FI. Is as long as I'm cool to everybody, everything can be unfair. And I can be super selfish, and that's fine. Which is cool, you know. So I know it's gonna be super selfish no matter what. It's better that I understand it. Well, I mean, the thing is, it's F language. I'm talking in the language of F, not T. Oh yeah, I'm incredibly selfish. I'm the most selfish person anybody's ever met. And I'm also super cool and generous and a bunch of other things, right? And they aren't exclusive because those are feelings matters. They aren't thinking matters. So one of the areas of growth that I'm having is I'm learning to be proud of how selfish I am. No, I'm very selfish. Here's the thing, Teacup Noir. I'm not uncool, right? Like, I'm a good tipper. I'm I go out of my way to show respect for people, especially for people who deserve respect, like Mexicans and people in the army who are actually doing useful things, you know. Unlike me, I'm not doing anything useful at all, right? I'm staying in a fancy hotel 5 minutes from my house that's going to sell for $1.15 million, and I got outraged that my previous realtor offered me $1.07 million. So much that I fired her ass. I want to go to my new beautiful home in Yosemite with $600,000 change, not $500,000 change. That's how selfish I am, okay? You don't understand the meaning of the word selfish. I'm the most selfish person in the world. And
No.
And I'm also generous and cool and other things like that.
Yes, you.
And not a dick.
Right.
And honest and expect the best of everybody, sometimes to my own fault. I'm all of those things. And none of them contradict because those are all feelings things.
But the thing is that, like, okay, so when I think of the most selfish person in the world, I think of Donald Trump. But he doesn't have those qualities like you have. Like, I don't know if he's a good tipper, but he probably has someone else do that for him. You know?
Well, you're thinking of selfishness in terms of FE stuff.
Mhm.
But selfishness is always FI.
Oh.
And it's an absolute value for me. And it's a baby.
And it's a baby.
I've got baby FI. It's an absolute value. And that's why I'm so fucking selfish. And don't care. Because that's what FI is all about. What you want. You know? I want what I want. And I want it now. All the time. Because I'm a big FI baby. Now, the good news is I'm an NETI person. So the things I want are weird things, right? I don't want drugs. I don't want like yachts and whatever. I want drugs. It's like I hate objects. So if you're gonna be a baby and try to expect to get what you want all the time, then it's good that you don't want objects, because then your life will be cluttered full of stupid objects. You know, Jacob Noir, that's somebody who has FI conscious talking. To me, feelings just happen to me. That's how blind I am to them. Okay, they just happen to me. They happen for some duration of time. I usually don't understand what they are. And if they persist for too long, I freak out. Welcome to FI Polar. You cannot teach me to not be FI Polar, nor can you successfully interpret my FI Polar as the absence of a spiritual awakening. I'm a different person than you. I have a different set of absolute values, and mine are equally correct to yours. That's the lesson cognitive functions teaches us all. And it's a lesson that many people fail to learn. If you are not an ENTP, your advice to me is bad advice. Almost for sure. An INFJ could advise me, potentially, because they have just as little attachment, they have even less attachment to subjective epistemology functions than I do. You're operating under the assumption that I've got some sort of conscious access to subjective epistemology functions that I don't have. It's way at the bottom, fourth slide aside. And no, being less like me and more like you is not a good thing. This is what everybody needs to learn from cognitive functions. Is that I am different from you. I have a different set of absolute values. Ours may conflict. It's not because mine are right and yours are wrong, and it's not because yours are right and mine are wrong. It's because we have a different set of absolute values that conflict. I'm not talking about my personal experiences at all, Teacup Noir. I'm talking about my attentional configuration and the values implicit therein. Nothing to do with my personal experiences, right? What I'm saying is, it will always be the case that you will view me as needing some sort of spiritual awakening or needing to learn from you how to be less like me and more like you. And that will always be wrong. You probably won't change your opinion because you're almost certainly an FI Dom or FI Tool. And that's okay too. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with you. But there's something wrong with your understanding of things. That's for sure. You know, it's like, because to the extent that your understanding of cognitive functions is not what I'm saying, it's wrong. And that's just how it goes. But I don't expect you to listen to me. I expect you to not listen to me. So, that way I won't be disappointed. I gotta go smoke a cigarette.
I'll be right here to entertain.
Rachel's on her way over to Life isn't intuitive.
Yeah, seriously. Like, I was so close to, like, breaking this.
Well, you didn't break it. Like I said, the universe is smiling on us today, Rachel.
I think you're right.
We drove by our house just at a random time to see if there's anybody standing around looking at it or whatever. There's a family of two parents, I don't remember if it was 2 or 3 little kids. Just like, yes, this is the perfect house for these people. We just drove at a random time. And we got blessed by the universe to see a family perfectly suited for our house, looking at it on one of the most beautiful Los Angeles days ever. Just like, yeah, the universe is smiling on us today.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's like, we got McDonald's coffee. I looked in the back. I saw we had creamer. Okay? A normal experience, it goes like this. I pull over to get our black coffees. We got our coffees black. We pull over, and then I realize that creamer bottle's empty. That's how it normally would have gone, right? Today, it was chock full of creamer. And I was able to creamer both of our coffees, and because the coffee was super hot, all I had to do was hokey pokey it a bit, and the creamer all melted. It was amazing. I do have it all figured out. Unfortunately, you know what? Nobody wants to hear from anybody. I have it figured all out. Nobody ever wants to hear that from anybody. It just sounds like egotistical bullshit. This guy's got to be insane. Yeah. So I get it. I get your response to it. I'd probably respond exactly. Well, I would respond exactly the same way. Because if you're saying I got it all figured out, and you're not me, you're wrong. And it's not like I have everything figured out. I only have attentional manners and personality figured out. You could ask me about airplanes, I wouldn't know shit, you know? I'm a philosopher. I only have philosophy things figured out. But I do have those philosophy things figured out. Okay, I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette.
Okay.
It took me 51 years, but I do finally have them figured out, yeah. I'm a slow philosopher.
Oh, a slow philosopher.
Yeah. One question answer is going to take me 50 years.
Ugh. I don't know what happened actually. Eliana Diaz. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what Teacup Noir is referring to. How is everyone today? I have Wednesday Addams aesthetic today. I have this long black dress on, so it's like if Wednesday Addams were grown up. I just don't. I think my hair looks. Thank you, Spooky Scoops. I appreciate that. I'm glad that you're doing great. Do you have any plans for your Saturday? Does anyone have plans for their Saturday? While Eric and I were in the car, I noticed this family setting up for a birthday party. They had balloons, and they had streamers, and they had food, and this like big board things would maybe look like pin the tail on donkey sort of style. And I was thinking about how I do not miss those kinds of days at all. The ones where you have to set up for a party. Like I was always when I was a little kid and my parents were setting up for a party, I was always like, not having fun because I wanted the people at the party to be there already. Like the setup part to me was just so annoying. But it looked like they were having a great time. It's a good day for a picnic, actually. A picnic party. They were outside at the park setting up for the party. Spooky Scope says, I always get anxious before I have people come over. Yeah, you know, and my mom used to have she still does. Like, she used to have real bad anxiety when having guests over. Also, she always complained that the house was too small. And just like she wanted like everything to be right. The holidays are kind of like that too, if you know what I mean. Like, I feel like the holidays are like portrayed as this very happy time, and it can be because you get to see family, you get to see friends, people are in more of a giving mood, but it's also extremely stressful. Like, yes, you're getting gifts for people, but are you getting them the right gifts? And how many people do you have to get gifts for? And are things in stock? Are you buying things online and waiting for them to come so that you can wrap them up? Usually there's holiday parties, so you have to like schedule like things around. Okay, I have this holiday party to go to on Thursday, and then we have this party to go to on Saturday. So it can be stressful. Like birthday parties, like setting up for like a celebration it ends up being stressful. Like weddings, they say that moving, marriage, and I think having children are some of the 3 top stressors. They're positive stressors, but 3 top positive stressors in life. Like, it doesn't matter how much fun the thing actually is. Like, weddings are fun, moving is fun, you know, well, it's fun in the idea that you're moving to a new place, and like holidays and that is, you know, supposed to be fun too, but there's this stress on it because I think we do to ourselves. I mean, because you have to arrange things in those things. Like marriage, you have to get a marriage license. You have to set out invitations. You have to wait for all the RSVPs to come in so you can make your like table settings and stuff. You have to get dresses. It's just a lot, and it's for a day, you know, and it's an important day, but it comes with stress, and hopefully not too much stress that you end up like, you know, enjoying the day, because you want to enjoy your day. So yeah, does anyone out there have any Saturday plans? Even if it's to do nothing? Hello.
Hi. So, here's the thing I want to clarify for people. Talking with famous people is a place that's structured so that only things that Eric is good at happen, right? Eric is a complete retard about life in all sorts of ways. But I've been configured intentionally to try to be correct, and I've been trying my whole life for 50 years. Not caring about what matters to me, what's important to me, not caring about my choosing a good relationship partner, not caring about anything but being correct. I spent 50 years working at it. This channel, I'm only saying things that are my exact specialty, at which I'm the absolute master of. Other topics are topics of conversation here, right? So, have you spent 50 years philosophizing in the disinterested calculus on these topics day in and day out, all day, every day? If not, why the fuck do you think you're right? I've got the credentials to back it up. I'm a professional debate coach who kicks all kinds of ass as winning debaters. Not that that's a reason you should listen to me, but it's often a reason people do listen to me. I've got every single legitimacy credential one could possibly have when it comes to talking about what I'm talking about and being correct. I've got all the attentional tools. I've got all the experience. I've been doing this for 10 or 12 years on YouTube. I've typed hundreds and hundreds of people. Why anybody would come in and think that their vastly inferior qualifications indicate to them that they're right over me is beyond me. Do you also think you're right about nuclear science with nuclear scientists?
There are some people who are that I find annoying who would tell a nuclear physicist, no, I don't believe that, you're wrong.
It happens constantly around here.
Oh, yeah. You're the nuclear physicist.
Because I'm talking about something that there's not widespread understanding about. When I make claims about debate, like, that's actually a disad, not a neg argument. That's a disad. Nobody disputes that. Nobody says you're wrong, Eric. When I say, well, if you wanted to argue it that way, you'd have to run a counterplan. Nobody says, no, that's not a counterplan. That's a critique. Nobody says those things to me about that at all. Why? It's easy to verify. All you got to do is Google it and see that I'm right. In contrast with cognitive functions, I'm just as correct. Unfortunately, nobody else agrees with me.
Hey, Maddie Sanchez.
So I get why you're skeptical, or you think that your interpretation is just as valid, because my interpretation isn't validated by Google searches. But that's a poor reason to think that your interpretation is equally valid. what happened, Eliana Diaz? Somebody had the gall to disagree with me. How dare they? That's what happened. You know, only Rachel can disagree with me. Or Delilah. She can disagree with me too.
That's nice to hear, actually. Spooky scopes.
A lot of typology YouTubers, I feel like, are TE users trying to sell their educational package, whereas you just tell it how it is. It's cool. Right. I mean, that's one thing nobody ever accuses me of is trying to use typology for greedy self-interest because it's so difficult to even hire me to type you. You know, it's like I can't even put up a price correctly.
Like the.
I can't know what the right price is. It changes from moment to moment. My price is like, it's this right now, but it could change at any minute, either up or down, so. I had this one sale where I priced things randomly in hours. Different hour slots. Some of them were like $10, some of them were $120. Just because I thought it would be fun. Oh, well, now the Christmas sale is over. Because now I'm not typing people at all. Until we move to Mariposa. At which point, the price will be $100. Maybe. I'm not
like
sure. It depends if I like you. You know, I wish I could just type people that way, charge people that way. Can I tell you how much you have to pay me after I type you? Okay, I didn't like that, so you have to pay me $1,000. That was fun, see, it's free. That's how I wish I could charge people.
Who are you saying that like you would charge? Like a celebrity, I think, was it?
Yeah, I would. Well, I was saying I probably wouldn't charge any celebrity who let me publish because it would be such an advantage for the channel.
Yeah.
But I was talking about how different celebrities have to pay different amounts.
I was gonna ask. I was just gonna ask me, like, what if it was like J-Lo who wanted to be like typed?
Then she needs to pay a lot. And I'm gonna be a prima donna about it. I'm gonna make her sort my M&Ms for me.
Ooh.
And
Taste of our own medicine.
if it's Daniel Day-Lewis I'm typing, then he has to be in the character of my left foot the whole time. The only way I'll agree to type him.
I wonder if he'd be okay with that.
It'd be hard to type him that way. It'd be really hard to type him that way.
Yeah. It really would, because he goes into character.
I'd be like, all right, Daniel Lewis, your type is big dummy. Your method acting thing is really dumb.
Who else is a method actor? You know?
I don't know, but I do know this. I don't have to be mad at the trash can to act like it. You know? You trash can, I hate you so much. I'm not actually mad at the trash can. Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing.
I was able to act like I was mad without actually being mad. That's why it's called acting, not being. Right? Method actors. Oh, please. People with too much app and too little in, I guess. I can't intuit what it's like to be mad. I have to experience it.
I remember when you said you wouldn't charge, but that you would love to like type, or not love, but you would like to type George Clooney. I think it was that you said.
Yeah, well, I'm just picking a random big
Oh.
famous person. Who I would be glad to type for free, even if he didn't publish it at all. Caleb Williams.
Oh, that's a good person to interview.
I would love to type him, talk to him, have lunch with him, whatever. I'm a big Caleb Williams fan.
Right now, that's not inconceivable.
He's the Heisman Trophy winner, Rachel. It's inconceivable.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. He's
but
too big for his britches.
You know how I was talking about how super gay it is when men wear other men's jerseys? I might even be willing to put on a Caleb Williams
jersey. Wow, you're going against me.
Yeah, I might even be, it's like, okay, I'll be your bitch, Caleb Williams, because you are so great and you won the Heisman Trophy for USC, and hooray for you.
I want to talk about his nails. How he would always do like F-U-C-K and
the other people?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
How cool could that guy get?
He really is cool.
He's like, who could dislike Caleb Williams? He's so cool.
He is so cool. He's so cool that when he makes a great pass and someone misses it, like say they make a mistake and they don't catch it, he doesn't even like lower his head. He's just like, all right, guys, let's do the next thing.
Forget that.
Yeah,
that's
forget
the
that.
past.
Yeah.
That's not even.
Yes.
That's already out of our memories.
Mm-hmm.
You're a hero.
Yeah.
Guy who just dropped the pass.
Yeah. He's still like
He's such an inspirational leader.
Mm-hmm.
And his magic escapability is just insane.
It really is.
He could have like 5 guys about to tackle him, and he'll just somehow and escape. It's crazy. He's great. I really like him. To bring up what you were talking about as I was training at the INFJ, I feel like most time I'll ask myself, should I like this rather than do I like this? Can you relate, Rachel?
Yes, I do ask myself, but with minor questions. So for instance, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on 2023 trends. And I ask myself a lot, should I like this? And I feel like I should, but then I ask myself, do I like this? And the answer is usually no. So it's like a very minor scale thing. Like that's not like.
You're talking about aesthetics, anyway.
Yeah, right, yeah.
You're talking about like fashion and stuff.
Yeah. That's the only time I really.
Yeah, well, I didn't interrupt, fortunately. It was like, uh-oh, spooky scoops. You're asking Rachel to know about herself.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I know. That's literally the only thing that I know.
INFJs don't know much about themselves. That's the bottom line. And like I was saying before, both ENTPs and INFJs, no matter how great they are, deep down secretly think they're pieces of shit for some reason.
Yeah, I do. I have trouble with that.
I do too. And then you and I hilariously tell each other,
Yeah.
to love ourselves
Yes.
and then don't listen. But I have better reasons for not listening, Rachel, as I've explained to you. Listen, it's always all my fault. You didn't, okay?
Hey, Moonfay 11.
Hi.
It's Lou.
I know it is.
Oh.
But I was just thinking, I wonder why she's logged in as this one.
So, Spooky Scoop says, my friend wants me to try his meatballs. He made them, and to be honest, I didn't like them that much, but I told him that I liked them because I didn't want to make him upset. Is that F-E or F-I?
I'd be like, I don't want to try your meatballs. Okay, fine, I'll try it. These are pretty shitty.
That's what you would do.
That's what I would say. And then later Rachel will be like, Eric, it was really important to him that you liked his meatballs. And I'd be like, I fucked up, huh?
Hi, Winston's mom. See, okay, so Spooky Scoops, in your situation, the Seven of Swords card was like working in your favor because it's called like the deceit card or the sneaky card. And you weren't being sneaky. You weren't being sneaky.
You weren't being sneaky,
yeah,
but you were being deceitful.
But it was doing it because you didn't want to hurt feelings.
But let me tell you a relevant story that I think is illustrative of something. I did exactly that with my friend Matt's music production. I liked his song fine, but I said, "Oh my God, could you produce this any worse?" Typical F.I. polar character, right?
Wait, to him you said that?
Yeah. He played it for me. I'm like, I like this song, but Jesus Christ, dude, could you produce this any worse? And it hurt he was an INTP, it hurt his feelings, I'm sure. But he very quickly became a much better producer than me.
Wow.
So he needed to hear it, apparently.
Yeah.
You know? Now, it depends. That's much more important than the capacity to make good meatballs. You know, you can always go to any restaurant and get meatballs. You can't go to any restaurant and get a good songwriter producing good original music.
Yeah.
Producing it well instead of poorly.
I really like that Winston's mom says, now that's a meatball. Now that's a baby. Same idea. Like meatballs. Meatballs and babies are kind of the same. There are people who call babies meatballs. Like, oh, you're such a cute meatball. Oh my God, I would probably do that.
Winston's mom, except Alice. You forgot about that part. You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant, except in Alice. You forgot about that. You cannot get Alice at Alice's restaurant. I'm going to give everybody one guess as to who is going to smoke another cigarette.
Oh my gosh. Is it the Mater D?
You are wrong. You might be right. He might be going to smoke a cigarette. But that wasn't the answer that I had in mind.
Oh, it wasn't?
No. The answer I had in mind In my usual egocentric fashion, what was me? Ah, here's the key I was looking for. It's been in my hand the whole time.
Oh.
Hiding from me in my hand. Sneaky little devil. I'll be right back.
I blame the mushrooms.
Yeah, you got a good point there. I'm already so bad at things. Mushrooms make it like 100 times worse.
Because it makes it me too. Oh, thanks. Winston's mom. I have Wednesday Addams aesthetics going on today. Like Wednesday Addams maybe in her 20s. I have this like long black dress on, and I have like my black Chelsea boots, and I'm feeling, and I have my black bodysuit underneath here. Eric calls it my Amish dress because it's like very loose. It's not form fitting, but it's just so comfortable. It's like I love on me. I really love like looser dresses and shorter dresses. Like this is a very long, I'm wearing a maxi dress right now, and I love maxi dresses too, but they're very hard for short people to buy because they're usually made for people who are like around like 5'5", 5'6" and over. So I like a lot of mini dresses. Winston's mom says, you look to me like you're all New York chic and black. Thank you. I've seen Wednesday Addams clips, but not the show. Is it fun? It is fun. I like it. I like, thank you, Vince's mom. Canal Street. You know, I think I've only been to Canal Street 3 times, maybe 4 in my life, because I never knew the subways to get there. Hey, Horse Mumbler One. Are you referring to what Eric was talking about? How he told his friend Matt that the production of his music was poor, and then his friend Matt fixed it, and now he's a good producer. Is that what you're referring to? I should have asked Eric to order me some food, or us some food, really. The portions are very large at this restaurant. Well, at the bar restaurant we know of anyway. And yeah. Yes, it does have room service, but like, I don't know the workings of room service. Like, is it extra? Like, I can easily, when Eric comes back, I can easily just go down there myself and get something for us if we're hungry. Like, if he's hungry too, then I will get something. If he's not, then I won't get something. But like I'll wait until like we're both hungry. um, but it would be easier just to call him now. You're right. I just don't feel like bothering him. Oh, that is so cowardly. I don't want to call him because I don't want to ruin his. Winston's mom says you call down the restaurant by using the phone on the nightstand, then ask them for a lunch menu. There should be one in the hotel book on the desk. Yes, you're right. Huh. I don't know where that book went. I'm just gonna wait. Thank you so much, horse number one. He says, hi Rachel, you could and should be a trendsetter. Your taste is better than big majority of what you'll see out there. Trust yourself and what Eric says about you, you'll go far, far, far. Thank you. I appreciate that, and you're right. We have to make sure that sign stays on.
Yeah. Well, Rachel, I'm just stunned. I have a question I cannot answer. How is it that you and I are still alive? I keep seeing all these people in masks. And despite not wearing masks ever, somehow we're still alive. I don't understand.
We even got COVID, and we're still alive.
Yeah, but we're not wearing any masks. Not only are we still alive, we're not getting sick.
No. So who did you see wearing masks?
Oh, a whole bunch of people checking into the hotel.
Oh, really?
All wearing masks.
Wow.
When I got off on the elevator to come on the floor, the family of three all wearing masks who were like, oh, a person! Stay away from him. He might give us diseases. You didn't say that. That's how they acted.
But that's how they,
Yeah, that's how they
reacted.
acted.
I'm sure they did.
Anyway, I got an idea. You know what happens when Eric gets an idea.
I think I like this idea, maybe?
Hopefully. Eric gets an idea. He informs Rachel that that's what they're going to do. And then he determines whether Rachel is happy about it or not. And if she's not, then he changes his idea. That's how things work around here. So my idea is, it is an absolutely perfect day to go to the ponies. We're right across the street. We can actually walk there from here, unlike our house. It's quite close to the entrance from where we are right now. I'm feeling lucky today. I don't want to spend a long time there, but bet a couple of races. And I've learned from previous mistakes. I'm not going to make that same mistake again that I made last time.
Oh, leave before taking the...
Yeah, leave my cash voucher in the
That was a
machine.
weird day.
Well, we weren't meant to go to the horse races that
No,
day.
we weren't.
But-
Everything was going against us.
But I am quite sure that we are meant to go to the horse races today.
Are you okay with me not betting? I don't
course.
really feel like...
You don't need to bet.
Okay, cool.
I just want to watch a couple horse races.
Alright, that sounds good. I think we should do that. at
I
some
mean,
point.
our mirror is instructing us to go.
And away they go.
Mm-hmm.
Just like in the horse races, right?
Right, that's what that says on all the mirrors in this hotel.
Mm. So Winston's mom is right. I am hungry. Are you hungry?
I should eat. How about we go through In and Out, which opens in, oh, it's already 1 o'clock? It's long, it's been
Wow.
open quite a while. The other thing is, guess what time the horse races start?
What?
1 o'clock.
Oh, jeez. Well,
You're not thrilled about the horse racing idea, but I think when we get there and we're standing and watching the horses,
I'll have fun. I do enjoy going to the races with you. That's something I
on a
enjoy.
gorgeous day like today,
Yeah.
especially, Rich, I think we're gonna have a nice time.
I think so
Even if we
too.
only stay there for a couple of races, I'm not that interested in betting either. We'll just bet a little bit of whatever. I'll just bet a little bit of whatever. But I mean, we're only gonna be here in Arcadia for a little while longer. Let's take advantage of Santa Anita Racetrack
You're right.
on its absolute finest day.
Yes, you're right. You're 100% right. And I am for that.
All right, so let's go eat first, though, and then we'll go to the truck.
Okay. I just want to check my.
And you want to check your magical stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. You check your magical stuff. I'm
Hi,
going to
Carrot.
end this stream, and it's all because Carrot showed up. Just kidding, Carrot. It had nothing to do with you at all. That's not why we're ending this stream. We're ending this stream to go to the track and eat lunch. Goodbye. I love you. Don't forget that. And also don't forget to eat plenty of juice.